Hey everyone. Thought I'd make a relatively short video today since it's September 11th, 20 years after that horrible day. Um, just thought I'd share my thoughts on today and my own experience with it. What really wasn't really all that impactful per se because I was only in second grade, but I remember waking up that day. My parents had the TV on, and I just remembered getting out of bed and walking over, and both my parents were just standing watching the TV in awe, in a horrific awe of what was going on. And with me, I was just concerned because they were concerned because I had no idea what was going on. And I asked what was happening, and they said that the twin towers were hit. At least one of them might have been hit at the time because I'm bad with the timing on when things occurred, but I do know that the North Tower was hit first. But I think I remember seeing the second airplane that hit the South Tower, and I just had no idea what was happening. And so, of course, I'm in mountain time, so 2 hours behind in uh in New York where that took place. And then, of course, I remembered hearing later on about the Pentagon getting hit. And of course, for me, didn't I didn't understand where that was or what that was. And then, of course, hearing about the brave souls that fought off the terrorist in Flight 93, that they prevented the airplane from hitting the White House. Then I remembered we went to school that day, and thinking back now, I'm like, wonder why did they have us go to school that day? But we just went, and the teachers, when they saw that we were coming in, they turned off the TV because they didn't want us getting traumatized by the events going on. And of course, the as we know, the towers fell and thousands of people died. And again, I didn't really comprehend the true evil that was going on. The the desire to take as many lives as possible and to inflict terror and fear upon pretty much the whole world, because there were a lot of nations that had representatives in those buildings. And one thing that I would like to talk about is the day after. Well, it's one of the a few things I want to talk about is on the 12th, how we as Americans came together. We put aside our differences for at least that day, or who knows how long it took before human nature just took over. But I remembered at least hearing about people embracing one another and let them know that they cared about them and that they mattered. And then, of course, remembering the brave souls, the Port Authority policemen, the firefighters, military personnel, you name it, all the other first responders. Secret Service, I think, was also involved. The all hands on deck, and the many people that went in those buildings that never were able to come out. and I like to think about the sacrifices they made to save as many lives as they possibly could. I think there was 20 people that were pulled out alive from the towers, which is just insane because there's thousands of people that were in there that died. And so I'd like to point out that, of course, I may have pointed this out already, but I don't know. I'm just still trying to collect my thoughts, even now, 20 years later. That just as evil as people can be, I believe that the opposite is also true. That we can be unbelievably kind and respectful towards each other. I think we've been losing that as of late. Because as this nation, we are still. Oh man, there's still the great divide. Still people angry at each other today, and I think it's important that we acknowledge that we have the differences that we do, and that we have meaningful dialogue. And I am by no means trying to virtue signal, because there's lots of things that I've been saying, mainly in private, thankfully, but still not good. But that things I've been saying about some people and some things that are happening that are not productive, that it just doesn't help. It causes more harm. So I like to invite people to go out of their way and telling their loved ones that you love them, that you appreciate them, because you never know when this will be your last day. You'll never know when. Sorry, this will be your last day. Not trying to be all dramatic, but you never know when a day will come when it is your last day. And I just think it's important that we really focus on helping each other out. And so, at least for this next little bit, at about the 8-minute mark, I like to hold a moment of silence for those that lost their lives that day. And I'd like for you to join me in that. So here we go. Alright, thanks. So, I'd like to invite people as well that are watching this video to comment and about their thoughts on today, maybe experiences that they had, their thoughts on how we can come together, at least find ways to help each other out. That's the main focus in this video is coming together like we did on the day after, when all these things happened. So I hope you all have a great day today, and may we never forget those who lost their lives that day on September 11th, 2001. Have a good one. Goodbye.